Hello students, welcome back to grammar class. Today we are going to study the 16th lesson of grammar chest textbook, simple present tense. So we already studied the three tenses of English language, which are they? Present tense, past tense and future tense. Now we are going to study the detailed explanation of present tense. Present tense can be divided into four. Present tense can be divided into four, which are they? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. These are the four divisions of present tense. Okay, the main heading is present tense. Present tense, the four divisions are given here: simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. These are the four divisions which comes under present tense. Now, the next one, we are going to study in detail about what do you mean by simple present tense. Simple present tense means it's usually a habitual action, a universal truth. Habitual action means what? A habit. Like I read newspaper daily. My father goes to office every day. All these are habitual actions. That means something which you do every day. Then universal truth means something which is controlled by God, or something which is happening every time, like sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west, fish swim, fish swims, birds fly. All these are universal truths, isn't it? Something which is happening and which is under the control of God. That is universal truth. So all these type of things comes under simple present tense. What is that? Habitual action and universal truth. See, the sun rises in the east, birds fly in the sky. The verbs rises and fly are used in the context of simple present tense. Now let's study in detail. Children, do you remember the lesson verbs singular and plural that we already studied? In that, I'll just recalling the rules once again. She, singular, you have to take verbs with S, cooks. And they, it's plural, so you have to use the original form of the verb play. Once again, if this is singular, singular means one person. She means it is singular, you have to use verbs with S. And they means plural. Plural will not take verbs with S. They will take the original form of the verb. This is something that we already learned in the lesson verb singular and plural. This is just I am recalling that. Now, coming to changing verbs to simple present if the subject is singular. How to do that? Take page number 77. In a pink color box you can see the explanation. I go, we go, they go, you go. Why we have used go here, the original form of the verb? That we already studied in the lesson singulars and plurals, is it? For I, you have to use go, you don't use goes. We go, because all these are plural in nature, and you, the word you is considered as though singular, but you have to take the rule of plurals. He goes, she goes, it goes. Why we have used S form of the verb? Because he, she and it are singular, one person. So you have to use S form of the verb. Now, see the data in simple present tense. If the subject is singular, singular means one person. How you have to use? For singular means he, she, it. All these are singular, and other singular forms like Rani is the name of a girl. Rani is singular, one. How you have to change the verb? See, the verb is draw. The verb draw is in present tense, but can we use that same verb here? No, because the word he is singular. The word he is singular. So you have to use the singular form of the verb. How you can change the verb to singular form? How? how you can change the verb to singular form which comes under a simple present? You can just add one s. So that is simple present tense. He draws a picture. Here what is that verb? Verb form is simple present because s is there, no. So that is simple present. Now write. Write is the verb. How you can use in the context of a singular subject? Rani is one girl, so you can use writes. Writes, and the verb writes is in which tense? Simple present tense. And the verb draws, which tense? Simple present tense. So whenever you see verbs with s forms, that is simple present tense. Okay. So once again, whenever you see verbs with s forms like draws, writes, flies, cries, all these comes under simple present tense. But always remember, cries, writes, plays, draws, all these can be only used if the subject is a singular one. If it is a one person only, you can use these s forms of the verbs. Now the next one, how will you fill up these answers? Try to find out answers for these questions. Priya, cook is the verb given. Which form of the verb you have to use? Priya, what is the answer? Priya cooks. Is it? Priya cooks food. Cook is the verb given. From this verb, which will you use the same one, or will you use verbs with s? You have to use verb with s, is it? Because that is simple present tense, and also it is singular. This is singular, one person. I said, so you have to use verbs with s. Now the dog, how will you write the dog? Runs. Why? Because the dog is singular. Is it? Is it? It's one. Because of that you have to use s with the verb. And also the question is change this to simple present tense. That's simple present tense. The boy, play is the verb. You have to change that to simple present tense. How? Plays. The boy plays football. The boy is singular, one boy. So you have to use s with the verb in order to make it simple present tense. The next one is the rules regarding how to make a particular verb simple present. See page number 77. In case of most verbs, we add s to the original form of the verb. Original form of the verb means verbs without any change. Arrive is the original form of the verb. See the textbook. Please take your textbook and listen, otherwise you will not understand. Arrive plus s, arrives. The verb arrive, if you add one s with that, it becomes arrives. What tense is that? Arrives? Simple present tense. Then talk plus s, what is that? Talks. Talks comes under simple present tense. Shine plus s, shines. What tense is that? Simple present tense. Now when a verb ending with a consonant, see, try. What do you mean by a consonant and a vowel? Vowel means a, e, i, o, u, and consonant means all the other sounds other than vowels, like b, the sound b, k, t, d, all these are all the rest of the sounds which does not belongs to vowels are called as consonants. So here when you split the word buy, try, play, pass, wash, teach, flex, all these words I am going to split so that you can understand it very clearly. What is the first one? The first word is try. See, try, r sound. R sound is a consonant. It's not a vowel, is it? R sound, r. R is followed by y. So you can use IES at the end. So try, when you convert it to what to say, simple present form that comes as tries. Fly, fly. This is also consonant. L sound is a consonant, and it is ending with a Y. So how you turn it to simple present? By adding IES. Flies. Then carry. R is a consonant plus Y is the last letter. So how will you change it to simple present? You have to add IES. Carries. Okay, this is something which you already know without even knowing the rules, is it? Then buy. How you can make it as what to say, as a simple present tense? Buy plus S, buys. There you see the word U is a vowel, is it? U is a vowel, so you can just add S, buys. Play, A is a vowel, so you can add S, plays. Then in the textbook the other rules are given, like verbs ends in S, ES, CH, SH or X, we add the ES, the letter ES at the end. See, pass, PASS, what is the last letter? S, is it? So that S, if that word starts ends with S, you have to add ES and make it PASSES, passes. Wash, SH, see the word is ending with the letter SH. So you can add ES at the end and make it washes. Teach, teaches. Flex, flexes. ES can be added at the end. Okay, now how about plural subject? If a subject is coming as plural, how you can make it in simple present tense? What will be the answer? We draws a picture. Which verb you will select? Both are in simple present tense. Okay, these two verbs are in simple present tense, but which one you will take? Since this is plural, which form of the verb you will take? We is plural. So which form of the verb you will take? Is it draw or draws? If it is plural, you have to take original form of the verb. What do you mean by original form of the verb? A verb without any S forms, ES forms, ED forms, ING forms. The original, the root form of the verb, that is here draw. So if it is plural, you have to use original form of the verb without any S forms. Here they, plural, is it? They, plural. So which form of the verb you have to take? Verbs of original form. That means verbs without any S or ES. So make. Then the students is plural. The word is plural. The subject is plural. More than one, is it? So you have to use the students. Write the exam. Original form of the verb should be used in order to make it sensible. In order to make it in a simple present tense, you have to use the original form of the verb. So what we have studied till now, I am just rewinding. Simple present tense means habitual actions, universal truth, and according to the subject you have to use the appropriate form of simple present tense. Okay, if it is I go. But if it is she goes. We go, then the teacher goes. Okay, it's because it's singular, you have to use ES or S according to the subject. So coming to the exercises, first one, write down the simple present tense form of these verbs. Assume that their subject are he, she and it. So you have to assume that the subject is singular. Fly. If the subject is singular, suppose he fly or flies. Which one you take? He flies, is it? So there you have to take IES. Fly. Answer is FLIES. Match. Match. How you can change it to simple present if the subject is singular, like he, she or it. It matches or match. It matches. So what will be the spelling? M-A-T-C-H-E-S, matches. Now exercise B, fill in the blanks with the simple present tense form of the verbs in the bracket. Priya, in the bracket it is given speak. So Priya, Pia, what you will write? Speaks fluent English. Since Pia is singular, you have to use speaks. Mita, carry. Carry is the verb. How you can make it singular? Carries. C-A-R-R-I-E-S. Carries. This is how you have to do the exercises. The rest of the answers will be discussed in the Google Meet. Now exercise C. Rewrite these sentences by using subjects given in the bracket and change the form of the verbs accordingly. Make other changes also if required. So the subject is already given. I. Is it helps or help? Which one will come? I help the poor people. Because I, though it is considered as singular, you have to use the rules of plural. I go to church or I go to temple. You don't say I goes, is it? So there I help, the original form of the verb should be used. Mihika reaches school on time. So the subject you have to turn it as they. So start with they. They. Is it reach or reaches? Which form of the verb you will use? They reach, because they is they, the word they seems to be what? It's plural, is it? So you have to use reach. The rest of the answers we will discuss in the Google Meet. Now exercise D. Rewrite the sentence by changing the subjects from plural to singular. Don't forget to change the verbs accordingly. So here the subject, the trains, plural. So you have to change it to singular. So the trains become the train. Stop become stops. The train stops only at this station. So what will be the answer? The train stops only at this station. You have to change that stop to stops and make the trains the train. Now exercise E. Rewrite the given passage using verbs in the bracket in simple present tense. You have to change these verbs in the bracket in simple present. Now my class teacher, form of be verb. What are the forms of be verbs? Is, am, are the forms of be verbs which comes under simple present tense. So my class teacher is Mrs. Shelley Roy. Her first duty in the morning is to call the rolls. Okay, the rest of the questions you have to do it by yourself. Now fill in the blanks, now exercise F. Find verbs from the grid which express the action of the given nouns. Note that the verbs are in simple present tense. Teachers, you see that grid, word grid starting with the red color. Teachers, what did they do? Teachers teach, is it? So you have to circle that, and similarly you should find out the other verb forms, and the nouns are given. Singers sing, is it? Authors write, like that you have to find out. Now match the following. The big star. The big star is what? Singular or plural? It's a singular, one star. The big star. So which type of verb you have to use? Twinkles in the sky. Twinkles. Whenever the subject is singular, you have to add one S with the verb. Twinkles. Twinkles in the sky. So children, thus we come to the end of the session. Hope you all understood this topic. Thank you.